What if the entire human life lasted just 24 hours? What if we looked at the world from a completely different angle? Today, the average life expectancy is around 77 years for men and 82 years for women. That sounds like plenty of time to finish every goal on your checklist. But what if life isn't really about checking boxes at all? What if people only lived for 24 hours? In that case, the very first thing you'd probably do is cancel your cable subscription and that dentist appointment scheduled for next week. You won't be around for either of them anyway. And seriously, play along. Time is extremely limited here, so let's jump right in. If we squeeze 80 years into a single 24-hour day, something strange happens. About 15 minutes after birth, you start crawling. Your mom has to watch you constantly, or you might accidentally wander into a different state. Things escalate quickly. Around 23 minutes old, you learn how to walk. And just 7 minutes later, now standing on 2 legs instead of all 4s, you begin producing recognizable sounds. Yes, only 30 minutes after being born, and you're already a talking human. By the time you're about 3 hours old, you head off to school. Blink, and at 3 hours and 40 minutes after birth, you graduate. Congratulations! Next comes work. At 6 or 7 hours old, you land your first full-time job. By 8.5 hours, you move into your first apartment. Somewhere around this time, you'll probably find a partner as well. Fast forward to 16 hours and 30 minutes of age. Your children are already grown and living on their own. Then, at the respectable age of 22 hours, you retire, settling near the closest lake to spend your remaining time in peace. But there's another issue with a 24-hour life: travel. You simply don't have time for it. Forget long adventures like flying from New York to Rio. That trip alone takes nearly 12 hours, half of your entire life, and it's only one way. Now let's look at how those 24 hours are actually spent. Work alone takes at least 4 hours. Reading news, books, and information adds about 30 minutes. Cooking all your meals takes roughly 40 minutes. And at that point, you start wondering why food delivery isn't the default. Another hour and a half disappears in traffic or crowded public transport. Entertainment takes a big chunk. About 5 hours go into screens. Movies, shows, computers, and endless scrolling. Gaming takes 45 minutes. Shopping eats up 2.5 hours, mostly searching for the partner you lost between aisles. Listening to music fills around 4 hours. Showering takes about 15 minutes. Getting ready adds nearly 20 more. Laughing, crying, and arguing with others takes another 17 minutes. If you exercise regularly, that's about 22 minutes total. And then there's sleep. 8 full hours, 1/3 of your entire life. Sounds like a waste. So when you look at it as a whole, a 24-hour-long life would be intense, colorful, and filled with non-stop events. There would be no room for procrastination. No, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow simply wouldn't exist. Your main goal wouldn't be comfort or routine. It would be learning, exploring, and collecting as many experiences as possible while you still can. So think about it for a moment. What would you focus on if you only had 24 hours to live? Let me know your choices in the comments below. But here's the twist. Even though this sounds hypothetical, some creatures on Earth actually live lives that short. Some of them really do exist for just one day. Take the mayfly, for example. It holds the record as the shortest living animal on the planet. Within just 24 hours, it lives its entire life. Sadly, it's a simple one: birth, a short flight, reproduction, and death. What's surprising is that most of its life is spent as a nymph. Its adult winged stage lasts only a few hours. Now, if we talk about animals you can actually see, the shortest lived one is the house mouse. It rarely lives longer than a year. It also has plenty of predators: birds, reptiles, almost everything. And yet, their population doesn't shrink. Why? Because they reproduce very fast. Nature loves extremes. There's a species of jellyfish with a remarkable ability. After reproducing, it can return to its younger form. Its body shrinks, its tentacles pull in, and it sinks to the ocean floor to begin again. What if humans were immortal? You'd go to work forever, aging slowly, endlessly, with no finish line. Some people would chase extremes. Others would try countless careers and hobbies. Friendships would be harder to keep because forever would start to feel too long. People would irritate each other. Families would grow enormous. Children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Imagine those reunions. If no one ever got sick, doctors and hospitals would slowly disappear. The planet would fill up fast. At our current pace, Earth could reach its limit in about 20 years. If no one ever died, we'd be forced to expand into space, underwater, upward. Resources would run thin. The planet couldn't keep up. Fresh food would become rare. Instead, we'd rely on lab-grown food. Sounds great, right? Everything would start to look the same. So maybe living forever isn't the gift it seems. In the end, we all get 24 hours each day. That's it. So choose carefully. Use your time well. Don't waste it on what doesn't matter. Oscar Wilde once said, "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all." Let that sink in.